organisations about this particular problem to do with urban and rural poverty. And urban and rural poverty is the cause. The symptoms, really, as we said, is street feeding, people who are homeless, people who are hungry, people who don't have education, getting into jobs. So we formed Reach about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. We are a very loose organisation of volunteers. We all have day jobs, we have our normal work. And we do this work as part of a social responsibility that we feel as individuals. It's formed here in Kuala Lumpur. We operate only out in Kuala Lumpur. And in fact, until a couple of months ago, we were actually also homeless as well. We used to pack food on the street. The building that we're in doing this interview actually is one of our director's business premises, is the registered address. Reach itself has a number of volunteers from all walks of life. This is the really lovely thing about it. We have business people, we have students, we have teachers, we have young people, we have old people, and we have people from every single denomination, race, religious, spiritual background that you can find, because there are no restrictions on who can actually come and work with Reach. The people on the street that we serve everyone. It doesn't matter whether you're Christian, whether you're Muslim, whether you're Buddhist, or you're Chinese, or Indian, or Scottish. If you're hungry, or if you're homeless, or if you have a particular need, because of urban and rural poverty, then we will help you with that particular need. I think that all of us actually own Reach. This is the lovely thing about the organisation, that whether you're a sponsor, whether you help with the packing, or whether you are a volunteer that goes on the streets, whether you help with the education programme, everybody actually owns a piece of this organisation. The 4 directors are myself, my colleague Maple, Anne, who represents also Datin Suri, and Kelvin. So there's a very clear vision and mission that we've had and that we work to. We don't go away from that. That is our complete focus. That is that we need to alleviate the issues or symptoms surrounding urban and rural poverty. We need to raise awareness of those issues, so that the people in power, people who can make the change, actually buy into that change. What we want to do is we want to feed those that are hungry right now and need something, to give medical to those that cannot get medical or cannot afford medical. But the key vision that we have is to actually reduce as far as possible the number of people who are actually sleeping and homeless on the streets of Kuala Lumpur, by finding them work, finding them places to live, and therefore rehabilitating them back into society as contributing citizens, rather than just being on the streets.
Well, we have feeding programs, we have education programs, and we have sponsorship programs. And each one of the directors takes one role. And in Suri look after the feeding operation. So they liaise with the volunteers, the suppliers, the food and everything. And I deal with the education part and the finance and the paperwork. And Peter does the
more media
sponsorship
as well.
We have this education program whereby we connect children from the poorer area. Like underserved children, to connect them with government school children. They are older children, and their teachers, to provide tuition for these underserved children.
The reason we do an education program is that we talk about one of the symptoms, which is actually lack of education. So if we can help young kids actually get a better education, then we can resolve some of the issues that cause them to become poor, to become homeless because they can't get jobs because of lack of education and good education.
I think the brain is still Pete, isn't it? Pete is the brain of it. He's really the strong one who starts all this, and I join in. And from there we just go on, and it is that he was not selfish of saying this is his. So he just let us have our way, what we want to pack, what we want to do, and who volunteers come. This week they just let it go to us. Only there is new rules. He will be with us. He will never let us go like that for security purposes.
Start here basically at about 2 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon. We do the packing of food, and then we start the first Where's the Street feeding program, where it's about 5 o'clock on the Saturday afternoon. We cover a number of areas in town, and that extends where there is a separate group of volunteers who then come out about 9:30, and they cover other areas that we haven't done with the first one, the first routes. And then there's a third group come out at midnight on Saturday and work through till about 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock on Sunday morning. Then on Monday evening, we have anybody who wants to volunteer. We do another food delivery again in the streets of KL. But the rest of the week, we're involved on Thursdays with the education programme, and virtually every day we're dealing with some issue that is part of the organisation, structure of the organisation. But the key to it really is the girls who, at the moment, get the street food programme up and running. There's a lot of logistics involved in that, getting the food in, getting it packed. We have brilliant volunteers, 30, 40 volunteers every Saturday. Some of them come on at 2 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon, and they come and they do the packing operations. Then they will go out and do a route, and then they'll go and have a couple of hours sleep, and then they'll come back out at midnight and work through to the other hours of Sunday morning. Wonderful volunteers.
Yeah, basically it's word of mouth mostly. Yeah.
Friends of friends of friends.
Yeah, we don't advertise.
Yeah.
We give them good clothes. You see, they don't look like one. I mean, you will not know unless you do the midnight rounds. You know where they sleep, then you know the arts who go on the streets. If not, when you look at them on the surface, they walk the shopping mall like us. With that, you know, This- but to anyone who needs help, if you find any one of the rich, or when we do our feedings, you know that we are the one who give the food away. Come to us, talk to us. We will try our best. Usually we will try our best.
Feeding is done on Saturday, Sunday, Monday?
Yes.
Am I correct?
Yeah.
Alright, okay. And can you just repeat the time again, please?
For Saturday is 5:30
PM?
5:30 p.m. In between Daya Bumi and Central Market and Pudu, and we also have one they call the greenhouse, which is on top of at the Maybank, Pudu Raya Maybank.
It's just above the Indian
Uh-huh.
temple.
Yeah.
In Pudu.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
We do there also, and then we have Taling Street,
Yes.
the cardboard corner,
The cardboard corner.
at
Yeah.
the Chinese bookstore,
Yeah.
this corner there. We do that. And 10:45 is the Chowkit, and
Yeah.
that's
Chowkit, yes, which is basically the whole of the Chowkit Street. There are certain drop points. I don't exactly know how to describe to each of the drop point, but it's basically along the streets. You know, we have regular hangouts. There are people who sleep on the streets. One example I can quote you is actually the place just beside the production room. Yeah, there are a lot of people sleeping there at night. Yeah, another example that I can give you is
Main building.
Main building, yeah, where there are also a lot of homeless, and we also stretch into Masjid Jamid, yeah. Masjid Jamid, I think where the, I can't remember the building's name, I think it was where the former Citibank, the whole Citibank used to be. I think probably across 10 Shop, I think the bank.
Bangkok Bank, I think we go to Bangkok Bank.
No, Bangkok Bank is in
Bangkok Bank,
the Downing Street.
Bangkok Bank, we do Bangkok Bank.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
traffic
So
lights.
that one actually, there's quite a lot. There are usually more than 10 to 15, sometimes maybe up to 20 in more on some days. And then we also stretch to a little corner, which is just kind of intersection between that Masjid Jamid and just before the turning into back to Putu Raya as well. Yeah, we do cover that place. So that basically is the whole kind of the night route from Chowkit to Masjid Jamid and beyond.